From Baltimore, welcome inside Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Here we go, Singy. The fans have been waiting for this Major League debut for a while, and it's finally here. There's a lot of hype around his talent, and now we get to see how that looks at the big league level.
Yeah, this is the kind of game it's going to be shared all over social media later tonight. Baseball fans all across the world are aware of this debut, and we're lucky enough to be at the stadium for it, so I'm excited to see what he's got firsthand. My advice to him would just be to soak it all in. Don't worry about the results. Don't worry about the expectations. Just really enjoy this experience because it only happens once.
Just about set to go now. And on the hill in this one, Forrest Whitley. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Ready to go now? And now the DH, Santiago Espinal. The next offering misses, and it's 2-2. And down on strikes he goes. One away. Jonathan Daza steps to the plate. One down, base is empty. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together for him. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Leads the league in batting average with only a handful of games left on the schedule, closing in on a batting title. The 1-1 is fouled off. Bo Bichette, second-round pick, 2016, and a kid who comes from pretty good baseball family. His dad Dante played for California, Milwaukee, Colorado, Cincinnati, and Boston over 14 big league seasons, and Dante could swing it.
Yeah, and you just get the sense in watching Bo that this guy, all he wants to do is win. A gamer, goes hard, and wants to lead that ball club to a championship. He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hoping to lock up a home run title down the stretch. He leads the league right now. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And it is gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep. His 42nd home run of the season. It's 2-0.
Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Here's a 1-1. Gets under it and pops it up. McMahon makes the catch. And that'll do it. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Baltimore, and on the mound in this one, Ricky Titman. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
But this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
On the ground to the left. Two now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Next offering misses. Full count, 3-2. And down on strikes. 1 out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
He is safe, and he beats the throw by a whisker.
Well, Boogie clearly swung over the top of that pitch, but still got enough of it to put it in play. You call that a swinging bunt, and as an infielder, you're never expecting that, so it can be a really tough play that catches you by surprise. Next thing you know, he's safely at first.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Next to hit, Harold Castro. Grounder might be 2. Glove flip to second, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. And welcome back. And the batter is George Springer. 2-1 now.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Batting 7.
So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. The 2-1. That one fouled off. The punch out there. Back-to-back strikeouts. And now it's Wilmer Flores. Right now number 6 on the American League home run leaderboard.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Ryan Mountcastle. On the ground. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So next to hit for Baltimore, Seth Beer.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. Runner
at first with no outs here. Next offering is in for a strike. Kicks and fires. Right through there. Got him. And one gone.
Batting six.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate.
Ryan McMahon.
There's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mountcastle leads off first with one away. Ground ball could be 2. Slings to second. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We head on now to the top of the third. Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. On to the third inning. Now here is Josh Harrison.
Number 3. Josh Harrison.
Strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Well struck left field. That's back there. And it's gone. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Next is the designated hitter, Santiago Espinal. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And the righty deals. And he walked him. And now for the Jays, Jonathan Daza. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swings and misses. And the count's even at 2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
At the belt and fires. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. Out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. That ends the frame. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now at Oriole Park as we go to the last of the third. And into the box for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. 1-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next pitch is in the dirt. Ball 2. Base knock center field. So a man on base to start the inning. Jackson Holliday with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you can take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Man at first. Here's Adley Rutschman, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
All over that one right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And here comes Jake Lamb, the pride of the University of Washington. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Holliday, the lead runner at second. Rutschman over at first with 1 away. Got him swinging.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
So first and second with 2 outs. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Swings and misses, and that is the inning. Orioles strand a couple. They trail in this one 3-0. Start of the 4th. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Line drive, caught!
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. The pitch. Comes a 2-2. The other way. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Went down on strikes his first time through. The pitch. Misses outside, and that's ball 3. Swings through that.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Goes down looking. Blue Jays go down in order, but they lead it 3-0. Back here in Baltimore, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Harold Castro.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Reached on an infield single his first time. And a foul ball.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Line drive. Knocks it down.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
The right fielder.
And now the right fielder, Seth Beer. Caught looking his first time up. On the ground, could be 2. Garcia over to second. Relay to first. Double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute it. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
So up next, Ryan McMahon. He's 0 for 1. They say you win.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's now a 2-run game.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Here's a 1-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back there. And forget it. Jackson Holliday with his first major league home run. A special moment in his young career. And who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Oliveras, and being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a 2-1 on the way. Right side. Springer drifts towards it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We're tied now with 3 apiece. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now for the Jays, Wilmer Flores. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Harrison.
Now the left fielder, Josh Harrison. He's already homered in this game. And he deals. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. And a ball evens the count.
It's a good take.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And here it comes. Out to center. Mullins settles under it. Makes the grab for the second out. So the batting order turns over. Santiago Espinal digs in now. 1-1 now. Fought off foul. That one misses in the dirt. That's inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out to short. Henderson over to first in time. And that will end the inning. Offense held in check there. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. And welcome back. And here comes Jake Lamb.
Orioles, the first baseman.
The 1-1.
Lamb.
And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. So far, they have 6 hits in the counts where the pitcher has had the advantage, so it hasn't been easy for them, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Now
Cedric Mullins now at the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. 1-2. On the ground to third. Nice grab. The throw, and they get the out.
The batter, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
And next for the Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 2. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Orioles held in check there. Still tied 3-3. Back here at the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now for the Jays, Jonathan Daza. In there. And so now 1-2. This to center field. Mullins in pursuit. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
The batter,
And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette.
The 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And a pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Oh, he can't squeeze it. And a pitch. And that's outside.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here.
Runner on the go. Ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
The second
So up
baseman.
next for Toronto, Luis Garcia. 3-2. Bounce to the left side. Henderson. To first, and he beats it.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Here's George Springer. The 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. Bichette at third. Garcia at first. 2 out of the inning. And now the count is even. Out to short. Henderson. To second. Pulls him off the bag.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these guys work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead they get nothing.
First and second, 2 outs. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Forrest Whitley gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break. Michael Givens gets the call from the pen.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. That's in there. 1 and 2. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No, he held up. And a pitch. And now the count filled up 3-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him. Good job at damage control right there. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Orioles 3. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Hyunjin Ryu.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Harold Castro stands in. Bounce to the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding a hole in the defense.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swung on, belted. Daza going back, racing back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Seth Beer getting ready to hit.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. 1 down. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ryan McMahon.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Left-hand batter waits. In the air, right side. And that is Springer. Squeezes it. And there's 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Second baseman.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. He's already homered here in this one. Next pitch is outside.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. First and second, 2 down. And it's fouled away. Now he steps off and looks it back to second. And that's ball 4.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way out.
So digging in, Adley Rutschman. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Here's a 1-1. That one is upstairs.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
There's a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
2-2. High fly ball out to center field. Daza has it sized up. And that is that. Orioles leave them loaded. They still trail it here, 4-3. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Wilmer Flores. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The pitch. That one misses. 2-2. Well struck right field. That one carrying. Gone into the flag court. His 33rd homer of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-3. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Here's the left fielder, Josh Harrison. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
He goes down looking.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
And the batter now, Santiago Espinal. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 1-2. And now 2-2. And there's a ball.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And he can't make the play. Here comes a 3-2. Got him. That's his second strikeout.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And the pitch. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And that extends the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
And a 1-1. That one drifts inside.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see a visit from the pitching coach here. Just to remind him, focus on the hitter. Don't worry about anything else.
Next offering upstairs. Daza on second. Bichette on at first with 2 down. On a line. Brings it in. And that is that. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer. It's now a 5-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now at Oriole Park, bottom of the inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Jake Lamb. The 2-1. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Harrison settles under it. Makes the grab, 1 down. And now here is Cedric Mullins. On a strike, the pitch. In the air, right center field. This is demolished. Way back and gone. Cedric Mullins sends it out, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-4.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity is not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Gunnar Henderson digs in now. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Liner caught at second.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Now here's the Orioles DH, Harold Castro. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And that one is off the top of the wall. Springer returns it to the infield as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And in scoring position with 2 away. Ryan Mountcastle will hit next.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
Chop to the left side.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Dylan Tate comes on now.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Now here is Luis Garcia. 1 for 3.
Well, these Jays, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Mountcastle has this one sized up. 1 up, 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, George Springer. One and 2 here. And another ball. Caught him looking for the K. 2 outs, base is empty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. 2 down, nobody on. Slice down the right side. The 1-2. Slider misses outside. Now one missed.
3-2.
And that's just foul. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, they opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
And next for Toronto, Wilmer Flores. He sent one out of here in the 7th.
Yeah, big moment in this game as well. It was a great swing, and one of the reasons why they're out in front and looking to add on right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Beer under it, puts the squeeze on it, and that's the inning. 1 left for Toronto as they hold on to a 5-4 lead. Eric Swanson taking over on the mound.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Here's a 1-2. Stays alive. Next offering is fouled back.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Swinging a drive. This one way back there. Going. That one is gone. We are tied. Ryan McMahon leaves the yard. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 5-5.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the batsman carried it out of here.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Got him! 2 gone. And here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. Here's a 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at 5 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Brian Baker gets the ball now.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Now the left fielder, Josh Harrison. Right-handed reliever. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Just missed.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Santiago Espinal now at the plate. Kicks and deals. Foul ball. Next pitch is outside. And a full count now. Righty delivers. Check swing, makes contact, but that's foul. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's towards center. Mullins settles under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Now the number 2 hitter, Jonathan Daza. Next one off the plate inside. The count now 2-2. Now fly ball to right center. Beer moving under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. And 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied up 5-5. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Jake Lamb to hit. Off the mark there. And a count 2-1. Hard liner. Gone. Ball game. Jake Lamb bucks one out of here. And the Orioles get a walk-off win 6-5.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
6-5 the final here today as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles, 6 runs on 13 hits. 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Blue Jays, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.